Hello there everyone, welcome to another video. It is me, Desiree, and today we're doing a swatch fest of all of the Rimmel palettes. I have all of them, and yeah, I have a soft spot for these palettes. I've been using them ever since they came out with the original 3 that they had, and I don't have them organized any sort of way, but I will tell you my favorites and my least favorites, the formula. I'm going to swatch every palette, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So, first one that I have here is the Thunderstorm palette. This one is, I don't want to say it's exclusive to Walmart, but I've only found this at Walmart. But this is how it looks. Each of these palettes comes with 12 shades. This one has 6 mattes and 6 shimmers. I haven't used every single shade in every single one of the palettes. I will point that out as we go. But yeah, that's this one. The shimmers in these palettes are mostly really good, depending on the shade. So this purple one here is a shimmer, but it's not really that good. The mattes aren't always amazing. Like these two here I don't really care for. These two here I don't really care for. But the palettes, there are only a couple of palettes here that are amazing, like through and through. Ooh, give me 1 second. Okay, we're back. I had to get my little cloths ready. So, like I said, not all these palettes are super amazing. Some of them are hits, some of them are misses. Some of them are hits and misses within the same palette. This is the first 4 here. These ones I like. I actually like these two really like nude, muted shades there. I think they blend out really well. The next 4 here are probably the more exciting shades in the palette, or what appear to be the more exciting shades in the palette. That's right there. The yellow one, a little disappointing. Let me try and like swatch it a little heavier for you. You can build it up. I really only use that shade to blend out things, not really to use as a yellow shade because I don't think it's really that good. This one is one of my least favorite palettes that I've purchased from them, and that's the 4 darker shades there at the end. Ooh, I ran out of space. Okay, well, those are them, right? That one and that one. This is one of the more, I don't want to say I want to say disappointing. It's one of the more disappointing ones, one of my least favorite ones. These two that they came out with recently, Thunderstorm and Rainbow, I feel like they're kind of leftovers. Like they might just be leftover shades that they couldn't fit into one of the other palettes, so they threw them here and then called it something. I don't need my palette to tell me a story. I don't care what the layout of the shadows is. I just want to like the colors and I want them to work. But these I just don't really care for all that much. This is definitely one of my least favorites of the bunch, and yeah, there's that one. The next one we have here is the Smoke Edition. So this was the 4th palette that they came out with, if I'm not mistaken. And this is how it looks. I have not touched this one. I bought this one because I realized I was missing it, and it was on clearance as well. So yeah, that's this one. So we're going to swatch it out. This one appears to have 4 mattes. And this one does look like the formula that I like from Rimmel, that I do like from them. There's the shimmer, the first 4 there, not the shimmer, the first 4. The shimmers in these palettes, the original ones, I really, really like. I think they're smooth, they're creamy, they blend really well. They go on the lid well with the brush or with your finger, and I really like that. The mattes perform really well. Obviously, I haven't used this one, so I can't say that the mattes are amazing. But if they're anything like the original palettes, which this one is, I think I'm going to like it. So yeah, that's the Smoke palette. I don't know why they got rid of this one, or if they got rid of it, but I know it was clearance at a lot of stores that I went to. And I did end up buying it on clearance. I bought it just to complete the set, you know. So yeah. Let's wipe those off. I have a feeling I would really like this one, but obviously I haven't tried it yet. And I forgot to try it, actually. This is the Color Edition. This is one of the more awesome ones. I really like this one a lot. As I forgot to mention, they all come with a brush like this, with a sponge tip on one side, and then like a little kind of thing. I really only use this for inner corner stuff. But yeah. So this is the Color Edition. I really, really like this one. This is one that I was so excited to see. This is a formula that I really, really like. And like I was saying with the Smoke palette, it feels like the same formula as I was swatching it. That's the first 4 there. This one is really, really rich. And I don't think a lot of people talk about this one. Actually, people don't really talk about these palettes too often, I don't think. But look at that. Really, really beautiful shades. The blue one is a little thin. It's not the best blue I've ever tried in my life. But It's nice. It's still there. And there's the last 4. This palette is definitely one of my absolute favorites. Like I was saying, I think the formula is very beautiful in this one. I think the shades are great. I think that, you know, if you like your palette to have some, you know, what am I trying to say? If you want your palette to tell you a story, I think this one could tell you a story. I think it's beautiful. All the shades go together really well. The formula is bomb, and I really, really like this one. This one definitely does not get enough love, and it's absolutely one of my favorites. But yeah, that one. Oh, I love that one. Really beautiful formula. The blue one is the only one that's kind of a little bit meh, but it's not enough for me to write it off. I still like it. And yeah, it's definitely one that needs some more love. The next one I have here is the Crimson edition. This one, obviously, a lot of pinks and this kind of tone. This one, I like. I like this one. Is it the best palette out of all of them? Not really. But if this kind of tone is your thing, like these 4 right here, I love. Those were the first 4 right here. I love these. The only reason I don't reach for it too much is because my eyes, I don't know if you can see, they've been really red lately and kind of watery. And I feel like when I wear shades like this, it makes your eyes look more red and watery. But that's the next 4 there. And then the last 4. This formula in here too is really, really great. I just don't know why I don't reach for it too often. It's not my absolute favorite. And I feel like when I wear tones like this, I kind of get stuck wearing them for a long time. But it's a beautiful palette. I mean, it's not my absolute favorite for any other reason besides the colors. I think the colors are beautiful. I think the formula is great. This one is really good. But for some reason, it's just not one I get excited about using, I guess. I guess I'll say that. I just don't like die over it. But it's a really nice palette. If this kind of tone is your thing, this is a really awesome one. I'd recommend that. One of my absolute favorites is the Electric Violet. Oh, dropped it. Hold on. Okay. This one was in my yearly favorites. I love this one. I use this one all the time. I just really, really like it. The formula in here, really nice. The shades are not the most pigmented ever, but I kind of like that. That one blended out kind of chunky. So obviously a lot more on the lighter side. But like I said, I like that. I like that this one, you can build it up a little bit. It's not overly crazy purple, which it would have been nice if it still was a little crazy purple. But I kind of like the shades on the softer side and having to build them up to how I like them, rather than insane pigment right out of the gate and you kind of make a mess with it, which is what I'm pretty sure I would do with this palette. Obviously, it's not the most pigmented palette. Not everyone's going to be a huge fan of this kind of lightly pigmented thing, but I love it. I love building up these shades. I love the tones of this. I love using this all the time. Really, really like this. I think I have a demo of this on my channel that I'll link below. I think I do, actually. That I will link below. I like that one a lot, but like I said, it's a little more on the dry side. It is on the drier side, and not everyone's really going to love it because you do have to build it up. But yeah, that one I really love. This one I also really like. This is the Jewel Rocks edition. This one is super duper pretty. This one definitely has more of like sections that are obviously kind of put together for you a little bit. Formula in here, beautiful formula. I love this one a lot. This is another one. Do I have a tutorial of this on my channel? I don't know. But it has some great shades. Look at those two. Really beautiful. Formula in this one is very consistent. The shimmers are really like metallic kind of, where you could make them look really like hardcore on your eye. I'm saying like a lot. But I like this a lot. Gotta say. Really, really, really pretty shades in this one. And there you are. Some of these palettes don't get enough love, and I think because there's so many of them that it's kind of like, well, how many videos can we have of these palettes, you know? But this one is a beautiful formula, and like this one was the Jewel Rocks edition. Really pretty formula on that one. All right, let's wipe those off. Next, what do we have? Ooh, an old one. This used to be called the London Nudes Calling, and now they changed the packaging, and now it's called Nude Edition. But this is what it used to look like. This is one I've had for quite a while. They used to come with 2 sponge tips, and now they come with the brush. This is one that is a little more... This is one, I don't know. I don't use this one that often. I use it sometimes for single shadows rather than the whole palette. Because this one obviously is a lot lighter. They're not shades I'm going to use all the time and like make looks out of. But this one is okay. There's that one there. This one's not my favorite. They definitely improved on this formula quite a bit with their later releases. But then now with those two new releases, the Rainbow and the Thunderstorm, I feel like they're backtracking a little bit. I just don't really care for those ones too much. And then there's the 4 darker ones. But if you like something really, really light... Ooh, I swatched on the knuckle there. If you like something really light and you like this kind of tone, this is not a bad palette. It's not a bad formula. It's just not my favorite. And it's kind of... I don't really care for these kind of shades all the time. But, I mean, you know, if this is your kind of thing, they're good. They're just not my favorite. All right. What's next? The Wow Edition. All right. This is one that oh, here it is. It's called Wow. This is one of their newer ones. This is one that I have used quite a bit, but I can't really get what's so wow about it, because if you watch these swatches from these other palettes, you've seen all of these shades make an appearance already. We had this one just in the Jewel Rock edition. Same shade. This one, same shade in the Jewels Rock. This one, I just swatched these two for you. You know, greens have already been appeared. This one's appeared. These two have been in the Violet palette. And this one just seems kind of like a mishmash of all the other palettes together. It's not bad, though. It's not a bad palette. The formula is very, very nice in this one. So if you kind of like a few things from each of the palettes, I think this one might be really good for you. It is 100% shimmer. This is also one... I don't mind using shimmers, though, for everything, because... Ooh, look at that. Really, really pretty. This is a beautiful formula in this one. But I think it's because it's all shimmer. And they have a really nice shimmer formula. Ah, oh, look at that. Super pretty palette. I like this one a lot. Really beautiful. Yes. And we have 2 left. I think next up we have the Rainbow, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, the Rainbow edition. This is another one that is new. One of their newer ones to the... What am I trying to say? This is one of the newer ones to their collection. Came out with Thunderstorm palette. This is another one that I just don't really care for. I don't think the formula is that good in this one. And I just can't get excited about it. It kind of, to me, seems like leftovers. This one does have 4 mattes in it. So there's the first 4 there. They are more on the pastel-y side, those first little matte ones here. This is how they look. They do take quite a bit of building up to get color on your lids. The green one is really pretty, though. This one right here, the like lime one. And so is this, I guess, teal turquoisey one. Those ones are pretty, the shimmer ones. And then the last 4 here, I don't know, I just can't get excited about this palette. Or I swatched on the knuckle again there, but there's that one. I don't know. I just can't get excited about it. I don't really like the formula too much in here. To me, like I said, it seems like leftover shades that they kind of just threw in a palette just to have a new palette out. And I don't know. I just don't care for it all that much. I find it a little blah to use. You got to build the shades up quite a bit. Obviously, in swatches, they look kind of nice, but I don't know. I just think they definitely have better palettes in their lineup, as you have seen. And I just can't get excited about that one. And then we have the last one here, the Spice Edition. This one, I think, was one of the ones that kind of a lot of people talked about. It is a great palette. Every single shade in here is a winner. They really, like, this is probably their high point in their palette collection, where I feel if this is your kind of color tone, you will like this palette. It is better than the Naked Heat palette. I actually don't really care for that palette. I actually decluttered it recently. It's on my Poshmark. This is just... What am I doing? Alright. There's that there. This is just leaps and bounds better than the Naked Heat. This blends beautifully. Goes on the eyes beautifully. If you're into swatches, it'll swatch beautifully. Looks awesome. I really, really enjoyed this one quite a bit. But, yeah. This kind of reminds me of the Crimson one, though, where I get into this color tone and I'll stay in it for a long time. So I don't reach for this one that often, but it's a beautiful palette. I don't think you'd be disappointed if you picked it up because the shades blend well, they look great, they go on well with your finger or a brush, and that's that. They're awesome. So to sum it up, Rainbow, not so much, and then also the Thunderstorm. I just can't get on board with these. They seem like leftover shades, a leftover formula. They're kind of backtracking with the formula here because some of these other ones are so good. Color Edition, one of my absolute favorites. This violet one, not going to be for everyone. It is really dry and barely pigmented, but for some reason, I just love it. Jewel Rocks, awesome one there. Wow is really good. Spice is really good. The rest of them are nice. I like this collection. I like what Rimmel's doing here. They're kind of backtracking a little bit with their new ones. But yeah, that is that. If you've tried any of these palettes, let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed this video or found it helpful. And if you have any questions about the formula or anything like that I didn't answer, I don't know if I even answered the formula. Did I talk about it? I don't know. Let me know down below your thoughts and opinions. I would love to hear them anyway. And I will see you tomorrow for another drugstore video. And a goodbye.